Welcome to the Pistrano Show. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about the Redcat Ascent. There's a couple things on it. And then I've got a lot of updates on the Kraton 6S, calling it the show truck. So I'm going to go through those changes. I also have a mail call that I think is pretty cool that I'm going to open and we'll look at and see if it's as cool as I think it is or if it's junk. So let's get started with the little guy. Alright, so I've put some pictures on the internet. The bottom of the Ascent. A lot of people commented on what links I'm using, what shocks I'm using, what drive shafts I'm using. And the front drive shaft, a lot of you guys, I know a lot of my followers understand a lot about RC cars. So obviously the change I had just made was this one. And to do this, you have to drop all the links, both drive shafts, pull the transmission out. So I didn't put the front drive shaft back together before I took the pictures. And everybody had to comment that my front drive shaft was messed up. I don't know, just there were probably 20 different comments about that front drive shaft. And nobody knew that it was just disconnected. All I had to do is put it back together. Everybody was like, oh, it's messed up. The angle's all wrong. What's going on? And so this is my outlet. So I'd like to say that ticked me off because they take over the post. Then the post becomes front drive shaft. When in all reality, I wanted to show that this piece is a brand new piece from Redcat. It replaces plastic with either brass or aluminum. And this should be the start of anybody's Redcat Ascent18 build. Because with this, you've got metal frame on the metal transmission plate, metal links, and then you can build everything from there. The plastic one, the screws strip out, and then you've got this floating transmission plate that's junk. So, but that wasn't what happened to my post. All my posts were overtaken by the front drive shaft, so I had to replace the pictures, and by then it was too late, and nobody really asked about this. This is a big deal. I know it doesn't look like much, but the purpose it serves, getting rid of that plastic, it makes your whole build. So, if anybody out there is doing an Ascent18 build, you need to get on Redcat's website or eBay. Redcat sells on eBay, and you can buy this transmission. It's called center skid. So the center skid, and it'll alleviate a bunch of problems you'll have in the future while crawling. So it's definitely a great upgrade to have. And with that, the only stock parts I now have are the chassis and the transmission and the body. The body I'm keeping. The transmission, if something ever comes out to replace that transmission, I'll do that too, because plastic transmissions aren't the greatest. And the chassis, if a carbon fiber chassis ever comes out for it that mimics the stock chassis, I'll get one. So that's the update on the little Redcat Ascent 18. I will tell you that I've been in talks with Mias. They're getting me some axles and maybe some other stuff, just depends. But I'll be building another Ascent 18 here really soon. And it'll be based on some Mias stuff. So looking forward to that and providing feedback to everybody if it works well or if it doesn't work well. But that'll be next. I think that'll be my next little build, my next big build. I haven't figured it out yet. It was going to be an Outcast 4S, but I don't know if that's what I want to do. I might want to do a buggy. So I don't know. It's up in the air right now. I'm still trying to figure it out. If something new were to come out like right now, I'd definitely buy it and would go that route. But I don't see anything coming out right now. So just kind of in limbo until it does. So that's the Redcat Ascent. And I guess while we're on that subject, I want to do the mail call here. So I got this in the mail today. Big old white package. This is from Rocco Performance Corp. So let's get this open real quick. So this came in a box, inside the white envelope, and then inside this envelope. They were really worried about it, weren't they? That's insane. Well, open here doesn't seem to work. There we go. So this is the home kit, 3 obstacles, crawler park. You can buy them at crawlerpark.com. And this is the 1/18 scale, 3 obstacles. So I figured this would be cool. You know, a lot of you guys know that I'm disabled, so I can't get out as much as I would like. So maybe this will help me show how things work in my office here, and then we'll get real videos once I can get it out, which I do crawl outside. We do have a couple good places to go around here. It's just getting time to go, and then getting my son to take me or go with me, yada yada. So welcome page. I don't see any instructions. So everything's numbered, but I don't know that helps me either. Should be easy enough to figure out, but I would have thought there was some kind of instructions, but there's not. Probably is online. But as you can see, it all needs to be put together, so I'll be doing that today, and then I'll be testing it out a little bit. So I might do another video later today or tomorrow showing how this works out. it looks like it's going to be pretty good. I mean, if you look at the pieces are made really well. So yeah, it's sturdy. I mean, it's 3-layer thick balsa wood. So it'll handle up to the 1/18 scale for sure. Alright, so that's the mail call. I'll be getting that put together probably right after this video. I'll start messing with it. See what I can come up with. But indoor crawler park, crawlerpark.com, and this is the there's 3 different kits here, 3 different obstacles. But so that is that. So now I want to get to the show truck. Get all this crap off here. Alright, so you can see the show truck is just looking amazing. One thing I did was I updated all the hinge pin mounts to CRCU. I'll put up some pictures in the middle of this video to show comparison of the old versus new. It's just unbelievable. And then got the battery tray from Just Bash It RC. As you can see, I got rid of the big black plastic thing and went to the very cool aluminum piece. Comes with Just Bash It straps. That's kind of neat. But then, with my order from CRCU, they sent me some straps. I mean, this is the coolest strap I've ever seen, so I will be ordering another one of these so I can have 2 of them. They also included a CRCU Send It RC top one. The problem is you can't see the words. So I don't know. I mean, it really doesn't. I appreciate it, but it really doesn't matter because to Velcro it, you have to put it inside out and the words don't show up. So kind of weird, but I get it. What else have I done? I put a new CRCU steering plate in here. I think I've already shown you guys this, but maybe not. I have the Just Bash It servo mount. It's raised up, and what that allows is this cable coming out the back, the sensor cable. On all the others, it hits right against here, and it really puts a lot of pressure on it. So with this one being raised up, you can go downward, and there's no interference. So it's going to protect that cord, which is great. And this is a 1-piece solid aluminum. Just a beautiful piece. It even came with a riser here so that your horn stays in the same place. After I put on the new CRCU pieces for the hinge pins, I put the shocks on. These are the new very heavy duty shocks I've got that I springs that I picked up. Holy crap. So those are ready to go and look awesome. And then in the back, I don't know if you can see this from that angle, but this plate right here, I don't know, maybe if I looked it up a little bit. That plate right where my thumb's at. Anyway, that's new with, as well, the back CRCU hinge pin collector mount, whatever you want to call it. So I put all those on. Just Bash It sent me these spacers, so I put those on. Made a lot better than the pop aluminum that comes with the other pieces I've bought. So a lot stronger, a lot sturdier. Then I put the shocks on in the rear, and you can see with my Just Bash It RC shock tower and my Integi wing mount, which are very sturdy, I can now turn my shocks inward, and the oil reservoir is not sticking out here where it can be broken off. So that's one of the reasons I went with this wing mount, is so that I could protect my shocks. I also noticed that using the CRCU, there's absolutely no play in the back now. There's nothing. In the front also, nothing. So this is honestly the most sturdy RC I've ever had. Everything is, there's no slop, a little bit of slop in these ball joints, but if I tighten those up, that'll go away. But you gotta give them a little bit of play so they can turn easy. But that's the only play right there. The bottom one don't move at all. Top one moves a little just because of this. And because of the Vidavon upper rear hinge pin mount. I need to get a CRCU upper hinge pin mount, but they don't have any in stock. I've been talking with the owner, trying to get something straightened out there so I could get one, and I'm not sure if we're gonna get one or not, but I'd like to get. That's the only Vidavon. I think it's the only Vidavon piece left on the truck. I mean, don't get me wrong, Vidavon makes some good stuff. My SCX6 is all Vidavon. My Rift is all Vidavon. I've got Vidavon parts on a lot of my trucks. Vidavon wheels on the Redcat. But for some reason, the hinge pin mounts are just not the same. They're thinner by a lot. This is one of the rear pieces, and as you can see, it just doesn't hold a candle to the CRCU. This one too, that's a front Vidavon part, and the part that's on it, beats it by quite a bit. But yeah, even that one, it's a little thicker, but just doesn't have it. And then we've got that. So, and then I have an extra one of these that I'm going to put on. So all this is going to get put on the basher. I've got it, so I might as well, and the basher's all stock, so it's better to use this stuff on the basher than just throw it away. So I'm gonna hook the basher up with this stuff, and it should give it more longevity. Now, I'm not saying the CRCU parts are going to make this last any longer than the Vidavon, but they look nicer, and they're definitely worth the money. I think you can get the CRCU parts cheaper than the Vidavon, so that just makes it, why should you even look at the Vidavon? But anyway, not cutting Vidavon down, it's just the CRCU parts are just so good. You don't want to pass them up. So, where does this leave the show truck? So, the show truck is completely done except for the servo. I ordered the servo on Monday. I'm not sure when it'll ship or when I'll get it, but as of right now, the servos are ordered for both trucks. So that means now that I got this one all cleaned out and ready to go, I gotta put all this stuff and anything else that I have for the basher, I gotta get installed right away because the servo's coming. And the servo is really the only thing that both of these trucks were waiting on. I'm just doing upgrades just for the hell of it because I like to try different things, and I think I've got all the best parts on here that I could get. I can't think of one place where there's nothing else to upgrade. There's nothing else that could be better. Everything's perfect. So I don't know. This one's done. It's going to look good. It's going to be badass. And I'll probably tool it around a little bit. One thing I want to show is on this battery tray from Just Bash It, you can mount the GPM receiver box to it. It's got all the holes needed to mount that receiver box right there where you need it. And then you've got this spot back here that would look really good with a servo mount and all-wheel steer, but that's later. So yeah, I could do all-wheel steer very easily with this setup. But I might do that in the future, but not right now. So, all right, let's get this out of the way here. One thing I wanted to show you on the basher, I don't know if I showed this already, so please forgive me if I have. This is RC tape made by Tamiya, and it is good for heat protection of the body of the plastic, and it's also good for rigidity of the body, because it is like a really strong duct tape. You cannot rip this with your hands. So if a body starts to rip, this protects it and keeps it from ripping even further. So that's why you coat the whole underside of your body. It gives the body some heft to it. It also acts, I don't know if any of you have been in the car audio field, but when I was working in the car audio field, we would use Dynamat to eliminate sound deadener. And that's what this does too. It really muffles the sound of the body. So it does three things: sound deadener, heat protection, and rigidity. So it's well worth it to spend the $15-20 on tape and do the whole body so it's protected and safe. There's cheaper stuff out there, but if you can rip it by hand, I mean, it's not going to help you with rigidity at all. So this stuff by Tamiya is top notch. It looks great, and hopefully it'll work great. So now we got to work on this beast. So I'll be replacing this red part, and then a plastic part in the back, and then back here in the rear it's plastic, and then all the way in the back is plastic. So we'll be removing 3 pieces of plastic with aluminum, so that'll definitely be an upgrade for this truck, for the Basher. Trying to think what else. I gotta level out the wing. I haven't done that yet. Other than that, once I get all this stuff installed, I forgot. I've got to put in the new axles and drive shafts. So I bought these for the show truck. These are number 45 steel. And I bought them for the show truck, but I went with titanium on the show truck, so now I can put these on the Basher. Couple things I really like is that the drive shafts are held on with this, so drive shaft's just not going to fly out. Other than that, they're stronger, and overall should be better for the build. So I'll be doing that too. So a lot of work to be done on this one. So it's ready to wrap up once the servo gets here. And I think that's it. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your time. I hope you enjoyed today's video, albeit a short one. I think I went over some pretty cool stuff. Be working on this, and then I'll work on the crawler park. And once I get the crawler park done, I'll start shooting some videos comparing my 4 mini crawlers. Soon to be 5 mini crawlers. Of course, I've built over, I don't know. It's over 20. It's been over 20 for a while, so 25 maybe. I'm not sure. But looking forward to that build, and then looking forward to figuring out what the next big build's going to be. So if you have any suggestions on what my big build should be, please comment below. Let me know. All right. Everybody have a great rest of your week. Tomorrow's Friday, so I'll probably be posting videos again tomorrow, and we'll see about the weekend. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.